Okay, get this. You have a workshop or webinar coming up, right? And I bet you love to create a killer presentation without pulling an all-nighter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, buckle up. Today's deep dive is all about how to become a workshop wizard in just 15 minutes using some AI magic.
Interesting.
We've got this super intriguing offer from a company called Instant Edge.
Okay.
They're hosting a live workshop on December 17th that promises to teach you how to build a top-notch presentation fast.
Fast.
They claim to have a system that utilizes AI, templates, and a specific process to make this happen.
What's fascinating here is the combination of AI and a structured approach. This suggests they're not just relying on the technology to do all the work, but are incorporating it into a proven system for effective presentation creation.
You know what else is interesting?
How's that?
Hold up, did you catch that? They say they have an AI super prompt that can practically write your whole presentation for you. That's some next level stuff.
Let's unpack this super prompt idea. AI is great at generating content, but the quality depends heavily on the instructions you give it.
Yeah.
Having a carefully engineered prompt is crucial to get the results you want. This suggests they've put a lot of thought into refining this aspect.
Okay, but what about those of us who aren't exactly tech wizards?
Right.
Can anyone really master this in 15 minutes?
That's where the step-by-step process and templates come in. They aim to provide a clear roadmap, even for beginners.
I see.
The live demo element also allows you to see the system in action, which can be very helpful for learning quickly.
Plus, let's be real, most of us could use a little less time tweaking slides and a lot more time actually, living.
True enough.
Yeah.
It also emphasizes engaging all learning styles, which is crucial for an effective workshop. It also includes a bonus Q&A session offering personalized support.
It does sound like a pretty sweet deal. For $100, you're getting access to the workshop, the super prompt, templates, a recording, and a bonus website that critiques your presentation. That feels like a pretty sweet deal if it delivers on its promises.
It's worth noting that there are no refunds offered, which is something to consider. However, they do provide testimonials from satisfied customers who claim to have achieved great results using the system.
And here's an extra layer. They mention a separate group coaching program for those who want to take their event hosting skills to the next level.
Okay.
It sounds like this workshop could be a gateway to a larger ecosystem if you're interested in building a business around your expertise.
An interesting possibility. Yeah, it
Yeah.
really does make you wonder who they're targeting with this.
Right.
Is it someone who's already comfortable with presentations? Someone who just wants to use AI to, speed things up?
Yeah.
Or is it for someone who's totally new to this whole thing, someone who needs a bit more guidance?
That's a good question. And, how much does your experience with AI matter? Do you need to be like a tech expert to figure out this super prompt?
It's tough to say without knowing more about how it all works, the interface and all that.
Yeah.
Ideally, it should be simple enough for anyone to use, even if you're not super techie. But you're right, that could be a hurdle for some people.
And then there's the content itself. They talk about tailoring presentations to different learning styles.
Right.
Which sounds amazing, but can AI really do that effectively?
That's another area where I'd want to see more details.
Yeah.
Adapting to different learning styles, it's not just about throwing in a few visuals or making it interactive. It needs a real understanding of how people learn.
Yeah.
And the ability to adjust the content accordingly. It'll be interesting to see how they address that in the workshop. Can their AI system really live up to that claim?
They do mention using visual, auditory, and kinesthetic elements. That's a start, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm still wondering how personalized it can actually be. It's one thing to add bullet points and images, but it's another to create a truly engaging experience that works for different learners.
You're hitting the nail on the head. It's about going beyond the surface level.
Right.
Really weaving those different learning styles into the whole presentation. It's more than just knowing the different preferences.
Mm-hmm.
It's about knowing how to turn that knowledge into practical presentation techniques. That's where human expertise still matters, where creativity comes in. Right. It's important to remember AI is only as good as the data it learns from and the instructions it's given.
Yeah.
It can definitely make creating presentations easier and faster, but it can't replace the human touch, the creativity, critical thinking, and really knowing your audience.
Speaking of knowing your audience, I'm curious about that website they mentioned, the one that critiques your presentations.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds useful, but how detailed is the feedback? Is it personalized?
That's the key question. Generic feedback isn't going to help much.
Right.
Ideally, the website should give you specific, actionable advice tailored to your presentation and who you're presenting to.
Yeah.
And it matters who's giving the feedback. Are they experienced presentation designers?
Right.
Do they understand learning styles and audience engagement? All those things affect how valuable the critique is.
And how does the website fit into their whole plan? Is it a standalone tool or is it connected to their coaching program? So maybe this whole AI-powered presentation thing, it's more of an evolution than a revolution.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's not about AI taking over, but about using it to enhance what we already do.
Right.
Think of it as a partnership. AI is like a powerful assistant, helping you come up with ideas, organize your content, and make visually appealing presentations.
Yeah.
But ultimately you, the human presenter, you're still in control.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. The system, the super prompt, the templates, the website critique, and the coaching program. But let's zoom out a bit. What does all this tell us about the bigger picture? Online learning, the role of AI in education and professional development.
That's a great question. This offer points to a couple of key trends. First, the demand for online learning is growing. People are busier than ever, and they want convenient ways to learn new skills.
Makes sense.
And second, we're seeing AI being integrated more and more into education and professional development. Personalized learning platforms, AI tutoring systems, it's changing how we learn and teach.
It's interesting to think about where this is all heading, how AI will shape the future of learning. We've seen it in content creation and data analysis, but what about instructional design or learner assessment?
Right.
Could AI personalize the entire learning experience someday, tailoring the content, the pace, the feedback, all to the individual's needs and learning style?
It's definitely possible. AI technology keeps advancing, so we can expect to see even more sophisticated applications in education. The important thing is to use AI in a way that enhances human instruction, not replaces it completely.
And to make sure it's used ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely.
Thinking about the impact on teachers, students, the whole learning environment, we need to be aware of potential biases and limitations of AI
For sure.
and make sure it's used to promote fair and accessible learning opportunities for everyone.
That's crucial. We need to have these conversations and approach AI in education with a critical and thoughtful perspective.
Yeah.
The goal should always be to use technology to make learning more effective, engaging, and inclusive for everyone. It really feels like we're at a turning point
Yeah.
in how we approach learning and development. This mix of AI and structured learning could make knowledge and skills accessible to so many more people.
That's a really interesting thought. If these systems actually work the way they claim,
Yeah.
they could empower people to create really good presentations, share their expertise.
Exactly.
It could be especially helpful for individuals, small businesses,
Right.
people who maybe can't afford to hire professional presentation designers.
Absolutely. And it could also level the playing field when it comes to presentation quality.
Right.
Even if you don't have strong design skills, you could still create something visually engaging and impactful.
Using AI and templates.
Exactly.
So it's not just about making things easier, it's about making things better for everyone. So instead of spending hours tweaking layouts and fonts,
Exactly.
they could focus on things like developing really unique visual concepts,
Yeah.
crafting compelling narratives, tailoring presentations to specific audiences,
Precisely. It could lead to a much more collaborative approach.
where AI and human designers work together
Yeah, like a team.
to create even better, more engaging presentations.
The key is to be adaptable, to keep learning, and to develop skills that complement AI.
So we can work with it, not against it.
Exactly.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what are the main takeaways for our listeners?
Well, first, AI is changing the world of presentation design, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
It has the potential to make things more accessible, more efficient, and even spark new creative possibilities. But it's important to be critical, to think about both the good and the bad, to recognize the potential benefits and the limitations of AI.
And to remember that AI is a tool.
Right.
It's not a replacement for human expertise and creativity.
Absolutely. The best presentations will be the ones that blend the power of AI with the unique insights and perspectives of human designers.
So that human touch is still essential.
It is. It's about finding that balance where AI and human ingenuity work together.
To create presentations that are truly captivating and effective.
Exactly.
So for those of you listening who are curious about AI and how it can transform your presentation skills,
Yeah.
definitely explore the resources and tools that are out there.
There are a lot of great options.
But do your research, ask questions,
Yeah.
and remember that the best presentation is one that truly reflects you and connects with your audience.
And who knows, maybe someday soon, creating a killer presentation will be as easy as saying, "Computer, make it so."
Haha, wouldn't that be nice?
Hmm.
Until then, we'll keep digging into these fascinating topics and sharing our insights with you.
It's an exciting time.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.